All right, let's dive right in. If you're a data leader, you know the feeling. You're at the helm of this just massive, complex world of information. And when the business needs answers, and they need them now, all eyes are on you. The real challenge, as you know, isn't just about finding some data. It's about finding clarity in all that chaos. So let's talk about how we do that. This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? So many of us are drowning in data. We have more than we know what to do with, but we're absolutely starving for information we can actually trust and understand. So the goal here is to figure out how we move from that feeling of data overload to a place of real, undeniable clarity and confidence.
Okay, picture this. A board member pings you. They need the latest customer lifetime value number, and they need it for a meeting that starts in an hour. The clock is officially ticking, and that one simple request, it sets off this chain reaction, this cascade of questions that you and your team have to answer like yesterday. You just don't have days to figure it out.
And when you get right down to it, it almost always boils down to these three big questions. First, and this is the big one, where on earth even is this data? Second, okay, if we find it, can we actually trust it? Is it the right stuff? And third, who are the people behind it? Who owns it? A truly modern data intelligence platform is designed specifically to answer these three questions.
So let's tackle that first question head on. When you're under pressure and you need an answer fast, where do you even start looking? In a huge company with systems everywhere, this is usually the most frustrating part of the whole process.
What you need is a single front door. Think of it literally like a Google search, but just for your company's entire data universe. And the best part? You're not searching for some cryptic file name like cust_mstr_q3_v2_final. No, you search for what you actually know, the business term like customer master. And boom, you find what you need instantly.
And here's the real game changer. As you look at your search results, some of them are going to have this little seal of approval. They're certified. This one simple thing acts like a beacon in the fog. It tells you, hey, you found it. This is the official gold standard version that everyone in the company trusts. Right away, all that guesswork is just gone.
Okay, so we found the right certified data. That's a huge win. But now, the next question pops up almost immediately. Where did this number actually come from? And, just as important, what other reports or dashboards is it feeding? We've got to understand its whole journey.
And this is where something called data lineage comes into play. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a GPS map for your data. It gives you this beautiful end-to-end picture of that data's entire life. From the second it was created, through every change or calculation it went through, all the way to the executive dashboard it ends up on. Let's just walk through a really common example. Your data's journey might start in a source system, say your Oracle ERP. Then it gets pulled into an ETL process, where it's cleaned up and transformed. From there, it lands in your cloud data warehouse, maybe Snowflake. And finally, it gets served up in a Tableau dashboard for your executives to see. Every single step, totally visible. So we can see the map, right? It looks cool. But why is this so unbelievably critical for you as a data leader? So what? Why does seeing this journey matter so much to the business?
It matters because it blows the lid off the black box of data. Suddenly, there are no more mysteries. If something breaks upstream in a source system, you can do an impact analysis in seconds, not weeks, and see exactly which reports are going to be affected. This level of transparency is how you build real trust. When you walk into that boardroom, you can defend your number because you can prove exactly how it was born.
Now, data doesn't just exist on its own, right? It's created, it's managed, and it's used by people. So once we understand the technical path, we have to connect it to the human element. We've got to understand the governance and the accountability that wraps around it.
And what this means is with a click, you can see exactly who the key players are. Who's the official data steward in charge of this asset's quality? Who's the technical lead that actually manages the pipeline? And crucially, who is the subject matter expert? The person who really understands what this data means for the business.
You see, when you can map people to the data like this, you just shatter the organizational silos that slow everything down. If you have a question or need to get access, you're not just firing off an email into the void and hoping someone responds. You know exactly who to talk to. It turns a frustrating hunt into a quick, collaborative conversation. So let's recap. We found the data, we know its entire journey, we know who owns it, but now we get to the million-dollar question. Is it actually any good? Is this quality data that we can confidently bet the business on?
Well, the great thing is, you don't have to guess anymore. Right there, you can see automated data quality scores. You get this simple, at-a-glance scorecard showing you objective metrics like accuracy, completeness, timeliness. And if a score ever dips, you'll know about it instantly, long before it has a chance to impact a bad business decision.
And this creates such a profound shift in confidence, it's like night and day. You're moving away from that old world of guesswork, assumptions, and just a ton of hidden risk. And you're moving into a new world of certainty, one that's driven by real automated scores. You know the health of your data, which means you can actively manage risk and stay compliant.
And speaking of compliance, trust isn't just about quality, is it? It's also about playing by the rules. A really critical capability is being able to attach automated policies directly to your data. A data retention policy, for instance, can automatically enforce the rules from major regulations like GDPR or CCPA, making sure data is kept for exactly as long as it should be and then safely removed when the time is up.
Okay, let's pull all these threads together. We've talked about finding the data, understanding its journey, connecting with the owners, and proving its quality. So what does this all add up to? What's the real payoff for the business?
Because what we've really been building here, it isn't just some fancy data catalog. No, it's something so much more important. It's the trusted, operational foundation that your entire data-driven company is built on. It becomes the single source of truth that fuels everything else you do.
This table really sums it all up perfectly. You start with a question, like, where do I find it? The capability that answers that is semantic search, and the business value you get is incredible speed to insight. You ask, what systems are involved? Lineage diagrams give you that architectural transparency. You wonder, who do I talk to? Stakeholder mapping drives accountability. And that final, crucial question, is this good data? That's where scorecards and policies come in to mitigate risk and ensure compliance.
And here's the bottom line. When you have this solid foundation of trusted, understood data, you're not just solving today's problems. You are fundamentally ready for whatever comes next. You're ready to fuel your big AI initiatives. You're ready to supercharge your analytics. And maybe most importantly, you are always ready for the board.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Your organization's data, it absolutely has the answers to your most important business questions. There's no doubt about that. But when the pressure is on, can you defend them?